Alright, YouTube, I know that I said I would do it today, so I brought it to you. I was debating what I should do for my first review, what I should do. Is this a zombie, or what another thing's on my bucket list? But I decided to give y'all a treat and started off with what I could gush about for hours, just because of how amazing this game is. So, without further ado, let's get started on this. Now, what I'm going to be reviewing today is, in fact, Persona 4 Golden. Okay, I'm gonna start off by saying that for a good 3 years now, I've been a huge fan of the Persona series. I started off on Persona 3 FES, which, like I said last time, I have on my PS3. It was such a great game. The story, outstanding. So, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about today is Persona 4 Golden. It acts actually a lot like Persona 3 FES in that it has a whole new arc to it. Except unlike Persona 3 FES, Golden's extra arc comes between, comes in between a certain section, like two certain sections of the original game, and that basically instead of ending at Christmas and going straight to March 20th, the game the game goes all the way through January and February. And I believe it ends on Valentine's Day. Anyway, anyway, that's all the extra features. Now, from here on, I'm going to tell you why I decided to go with this game first. Why I did this was because, in honesty, I'm going to tell you right now, I spent $250 just to get this game because I wanted it that badly. I pre-ordered it and I bought a used Vita just to play it, and I have it right here with me, actually, wearing the skins that came with the pre-order. So it's really cool. Replay value is absolutely phenomenal because they digitally remastered the game. They threw in, they added extra effects to like summoning your personas and the personas themselves, as well as two new Arcana instead of one, like they did in FES in Portable, which is that they added both the Aeon, much like in FES and Portable, and they also added in the Jester, which is represented by Adachi, and then the Aeon is represented by a new character named Marie. Now, Marie is a very mysterious character who appears in the Velvet Room. Well, no, you meet her whenever you first arrive in Inaba, but she appears again one day in the Velvet Room and helps you with Margaret and Igor along your journey. So that's just the various new features. There's also that Valentine's Day event that I mentioned, and here's the funny thing. If you guys were kind of like playboys in your gameplay, not gonna cut it this time because on Valentine's Day, every girl will come up to you and say, "Hey, you want to spend the day with me?" And if you say no, they will understand that you are dating another girl alongside them and get heartbroken. On my first playthrough of Golden, I remember I did the romantic routes with Rize, Yukiko, Naoto, and Marie, and Yumi. But come Valentine's Day, I remember turning down everyone but Marie. I'm just like, well, shit, I feel like a dick. Anyway, onto the overall review. The new additions, they are phenomenal. They digitally remastered it. It looks beautiful especially on a handheld. In fact, it looks better than the original PS2 version, which is probably not that surprising, but still. The story for the arc is so well written. The story for the extra arc is so well written. It's so emotional. It's very emotional, and it takes place in midwinter, so the characters also get a new outfit change, which was phenomenal. The designs of the outfits fit each character perfectly, and so that new arc was just I'm not going to go into any real detail into it for fear of spoilers as much as I would love to, but just that's really what made Golden such an amazing game. That whole arc. Persona 4 was already one of my favorite games, and then Persona 4 Golden comes along and throws in that new arc. Holy crap, that arc. It is literally what made this game so amazing. In the extra dungeon, I can't remember what it's called at the moment, but like that extra dungeon, it's got such an original concept to it. I mean, and it also throws in new story elements that would never have been there in the original game. And that story element actually changes the some of what happens in March against Izanami. So Atlus did perfectly with this game, because the new character Marie was so well written. She was a very likable character that everyone, at least most people, I can assure you, liked, just because she was unique. Especially, I mean, even considering what happened with the other characters. Yeah, I'm not gonna review like the entire story. I'm actually reviewing just Persona 4 Golden as what it is, as the expansion. So don't expect me to go reviewing the other characters. But it actually does. I will say this: I am absolutely convinced that Atlus hinted at a canon love interest for you. And the reason I say that is because in his actions and his speech, his possible speech responses, they all hint right at him loving Marie and like her being the canon love interest, which would never have happened in the original game with any of the others if you had chosen their love patterns. Not only that, but another funny, really cute little tidbit is that in the epilogue, there's actually now an epilogue in Persona 4 Golden. And in the epilogue, if you chose Marie's lover's route, she's become the new weather person, right? And so, it shows her broadcast, and at the end of her broadcast, she actually tells you on live TV that she loves him. It was really kind of cute and just kind of adorable. It was just funny to see also. I mean, Grise's and Chie's and Yukiko's reactions were hilarious. I mean, I could not get enough of them. I wish I could see it again, but unfortunately I'm not that far in my new playthrough. Mainly because my brother's playing it right now. We were both on the second playthrough. And that's irrelevant. So, yeah, just everything, they did everything right with Persona 4 the Golden, and in all honesty, I'm trying to think of things bad to say about it, but I just can't. Although they may... No, never mind. I have no gripes about it, just because of the story. I mean, they edited the story to match it, and they did very well with it. I mean, it also goes more in depth into Amano Sagiri and Kuni no Sagiri. So, and Izanami, actually. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave that for y'all to find out what exactly I'm talking about. But I highly recommend this game if you have a Vita. Go to the store. It's probably $30 at this point, because maybe even 20 at this point, mainly due to the fact that it's about 8 months old. No, 9 months. 9 months old now. So, final verdict. As for my final verdict, I am going to give Persona 4 Golden a 9.5 out of 10, mainly because it does have some, the gameplay. It's a JRPG. You can't really expect. It has amazing gameplay, but it's just, in all honesty, for me, they did improve the gameplay system. Like for Persona 4, I probably would have given it an 8.5. But they also improved the gameplay system in this. They also actually gave some of the bosses some new attribute weaknesses. So that kind of made the game easier for bosses that a lot of people struggled with before. But at the same time they gave normal shadows different weaknesses from Persona 4. So at the same time, what you expected to happen won't happen again. So that's just kind of something to look forward to. It makes you rely on that. If you played Persona 4 originally, it's going to make you rely on that again. the added soundtrack too. There weren't many songs added to it, unfortunately, but they actually took some of the Reincarnation soundtrack and used that for Marie's fight, and I really like that. So, wow, I just got really off topic. Anyway, yeah, that's the final verdict is a 9.5 out of 10, and so I just have to recommend this game to you guys. I have nothing more to say. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I mean, this is my first review, and I hope you guys really liked it. This is Old Handle. Miner Sean Kuze signing off.